Hey, my name is Niranjan and I'm the co-creator of Hand Drawn Mazes. In this video, I'm going to show you the OTO1 features and I'll take you through to an account which has got access to the front end and the OTO1, and then I'll show you what are the features that you'll be getting when you purchase the first upgrade offer. Alright, so in order to make it a super simple process for us and for you to understand it better, what I've done is I have created a list of OTO1 features that are there in addition to the front-end offers, so that what I'm going to do is I'll take each one of these points and show you exactly what it means inside of the application. All right, and these are the points you'll be seeing when you make the purchase on the sales page. All right, so let's get started. What I've done, and probably time permitting, what we're going to do is I'm going to actually log into two accounts, right? So one will have access to just the front-end offer and the other one will have access to the front end as well as the OTO1. So I'll try to show you the difference between each one of them if this video doesn't run long enough. All right, I'm sorry about that. So let's get started. What I've done is I've created this account here, and as you can see, this account has access to OTO1. Now, FE product is mandatory, OTO1 is not. OTO1 is something that you would want to add in because of the features that are there. So let's log in. Beautiful. So we've got this particular dashboard, and as you can see, I have got Hand Drawn Mazes here. So I would access it now, and I see here that I have access now for this. I have access now button enabled for the front end as well as for the OTO1 offer. However, the OTO2, which is called the premium, and OTO3, which is called the elite, are still disabled for me because, as I said, this particular account has access to the front end and the first upgrade or the OTO1 offer. All right, so OTO1 is same as upgrade number 1. All right, now if I have to go to the next step, that basically means I'll have to click through here or here. Now it doesn't really matter whether you click through here or here. At the end of the day, you are just going to land up on the same page because the features are either disabled or enabled on your canvas. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which button you press, the process will remain same. I can go to the default collection or create a collection if I want here. I'll just go through the default collection and I'll arrive at this canvas that we are comfortable with. All right, so you've seen the features in front end offer. Now what we're going to do is dive straight into the OTO1 offer and go through it one by one. Maze solution overlay technology for creating maze stories. Okay, now I'm going to expand on this particular point and show you some examples and use cases in future of how this is beneficial and how this is going to help you with your book creation process. Okay, but for the scope of this video, I'm just going to show you what it is and give you a brief of how you'll be able to use it. Okay, so let's look at maze solution overlay technology for creating maze stories. Okay, so if you click on this particular maze, you'll realize that this maze has multiple solution paths. Okay, multiple solution paths. So that basically means it depends on the user what you want to showcase as your preferred solution path, so that the your end users or your customers can try to solve the problem. Now, if there are 3 or 4 or 5 or 2 solution paths, how do you go about blocking the rest of them? Imagine there are 3 solution paths here, right? And you want to give one solution path as a problem to your customers. That basically means you have to have some mechanism of blocking the remaining 2, isn't it? Now, if you were to go ahead and do that here, it would be extremely difficult to visualize where to put your blockers and if it is actually solving the purpose, right? If it is actually helping you block the path. That is exactly why this view path technology has been designed, and this helps you go through that process in a no-brainer manner. Okay, without using a lot of cognitive energy, you will be able to decide which path to go for, and in order to go for that, what are the paths that you need to block. So let me show you what that means. This basically shows you the path that is available, and then you can overlap the other possible options. Okay, you can see 2 paths at the same time. Now there are 3 components in here. One is the red path that you can see here, right? That is the first path. The second one is the blue. So this is the part, and then there is this little area or this part of the mazes where the blue and the red overlap. Okay, so now imagine I want to go ahead and kind of, use path number 2 as my solution. In that case, all I have to do is place a blocker here. I just place a blocker here. That basically means path 1 is taken care of. Path 1 cannot be used as a solution. All right. Now this one here, you might be thinking this is path 3. Well, there's no need to think, because there is also a possibility that this could be overlapping with something, right? So what we could do in this particular case, it is not overlapping because neither 1 nor 2 goes through it. But when you have more complex mazes, it can be difficult to judge it. All right. So now you know, if I block this, path 3 is blocked. If I block this, path 1 is blocked. So path 2 is the solution path allowed, right? That's how simple it is. An alternative check that you can perform is once you have created this, or once you, by the way, you can also switch on the third path as well, right? So that you can see all of them together, right? So one of the things is, one of the checks that I would perform is, let's say I want to block path 2 and path 3. So what I do is, after I have placed my blockers here, I would just switch it on and make sure that path 2 is actually getting blocked by the elements that I have put in. Similarly, I would do a check for path 3 as well, okay? So I'm going to show you some demonstrations of this in a separate video so that you have a clear understanding of the use cases that are applicable, okay? So that's the first feature that you get as a part of OTO1. Quickbook Creator to speed up production, right? So let me delete this and let's go back to this Quickbook creation option. So as you can see, this right now you see 4 of them, but you'll have access to 5 of them. These are basically this is a feature which allows you to create a book of about 10 pages by just clicking on this button. You select which mazes you want to pull together, and then you give the number of pages you want in the book. And what this particular Quickbook Creator feature is going to do is it will create, let's say, about 50 pages, and it will push in the base elements into the pages so that you get started customizing the pages and kind of save time on individually pushing across different types of mazes into here. Now every maze type you get in front-end offer is included in here, right? So these are the types. Each type has about 30 mazes that will be randomly pulled in by the Quickbook Creator. I'm going to create a separate video demonstrating how this entire thing works, but this video is, as I said, more about giving you an idea of the scope of OTO1 and what you're getting. Unlimited puzzle books download. Now in the front-end offer you get access to 100 downloads per month, right? But in this particular case, you get unlimited puzzle books download. Now, what do we mean by a download? A download is when you click on this button once, okay, any of these buttons once. It doesn't matter if you have 1 page or 10 pages. If you have 1 page and you download it, that is 1 download. If you have 10 pages in your book and download it, that is still 1 download, okay? But when you have OTO1, you don't ever have to worry about the limitations at all as far as the downloads are concerned. You get unlimited download access month on month, okay? So download PPTX files, right? Now this is a beautiful feature where you can download the PPTX files. This was not available in the front end. You can access it here, and you can see that it is also available for the global download options, okay? Unlimited font color, right? So in the front end offer, as you might have seen, this you had limited access to a color palette that we've provided. But when you purchase the OTO1 offer or the first upgrade, you get unlimited color panel access, okay, color palette access, all right? Change letter and line spacing. So this is an additional feature that is available to you as a part of the upgrade feature, right? So you can adjust all of this stuff and you can control the line height, etc. If I have, say, multiple lines here, I'll be able to control the line height as well, right? So that gives you even more flexibility, all right? Bulk clone maze page layouts. Okay, so what are we talking about when we say bulk clone? Now, if you remember, in the front end offer, we had this clone option where you could clone 1 page. All right, so let me switch off this solution so that I can show you what I intend to show you very clearly. So you've got page number 1 in front end offer. We just could clone it 1 page at a time. All right, if you click on this, you will see that page 2 is created, and that's it. If you click on this, you will see page 3 is created. But with bulk clone, this feature will become a lot more powerful. You could actually go for 10 different pages, okay, and clone them, and you will see that 10 pages have been created. So this is something that gives you the power to create more content faster. This is handy. This comes in handy when you want to use certain elements that you have in a page. For example, you could have created a footer in the page, you could have created a header in the page or a border in the page, and you'd like that to be replicated. That's where this will come in handy. Okay, so yeah, that's about the bulk clone feature. Convert your mazes into sellable printable. This is an extremely powerful feature that is available to you as a part of the first upgrade, right? You can actually change the colors. You get access to the entire palette, entire color palette for the mazes. All right, if you want, you can change the color design here. Okay, and you can also, if I change the if I show the solution, you can actually change the solution color as well, right? Do you see this? Let me increase the size of this particular maze so that you can see it. All right, so if I go ahead here and change this, you can see that the color has changed. Okay, this will come in handy if you are doing printables, you are selling sheets on, say, Etsy or on your own website, and this is a very, very powerful combination. Okay, this is a very powerful combination, right? So now let me switch this off and let's go back to the next feature. Unlimited color choices, maze solutions. I showed you the unlimited color options. Global control for maze color. All right, now this is another very powerful feature that we have, and this is available to you as a part of your OTO1 purchase or the first upgrade purchase. Now here what we are talking about is you can set the color for your mazes. Let's say I want to go with a dark green color for my maze, and I want to go with a solution that looks like maybe I'll just go with red. This is what I want to do. And this global setting is going to make sure that these choices or these options are applied to every single maze I create in this particular session, all right, or in this particular collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, let's take a different maze. Let's say we go with this one, okay? And now you will see that the default color is green, right? And why is it green? Because you've chosen it as a global setting, right? That basically means you do not want to go back and forth on pages trying to change the color if you want to change them, right? If you know what colors you're playing around with and you want consistency in them, you can always go ahead and set the global settings and then be done with it, okay? The global setting also provides this default style options. I'm going to talk about it. You can select the styles. This style will define, the solutions that are created for you. Okay, so that's something that we will discuss in detail in a separate video, and we will try and play around with some use cases. All right, so that's there. Global control solution for color, we saw that. For the mazes and for the colors, you saw these two options here. Multiple solution path styles. This is something that is very different again from the front-end offer. In front-end offer, you saw that these were disabled. This was the only one that was available. All of these options were disabled as far as the front-end offer was concerned. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this and see the various kind of options that are available to us, and these are the solutions that you can see which are available to you. These are the styles that are available to you. So you always have these little things which make your book that much different and stand out, right? So that's, we'll create a very separate video. We'll create a separate video to talk about the style paths and, what's the impact that they have on your, on the way you present your books, okay? So that's there. Multiple solution paths, global control for solution styles. We saw this already because, this is the one that I was talking about. You could design or you could decide on what kind of solution style you want for your mazes right here. And then once you set it up, the same pattern will be followed on all the subsequent pages that you create, okay? Smart solution preview technology allows you to flip through more than one possible solution, right? So this preview thing that I was talking about, right? So one thing is you could click them here. You could work with them in terms of having more than one mazes. The other thing is you could actually see quickly for yourself, okay, which path is this? Am I looking for this or am I looking for this, right? So this is what we mean by the smart solution preview technology that allows you to flip through more than one possible solutions, okay? So this is all about the OTO1 features. I believe we already have a pretty long video now. So what I'm gonna do is stop this video here and we will come back to another video where we'll do a front end versus a front end and OTO1 access level. So you can see the difference firsthand and then be informed to make a buying decision. Thank you so much for checking this video out. Please subscribe to this channel for subsequent videos, and please do not forget to like us and show some love. All right, thank you.